Yeah, guys, please drop a like, please. Let's like. Thank you. We are 18 here, and I have just 3 likes. Please. Okay, let's go, guys. Okay. So, are we ready? Where are you from? I'm from Nigeria. My name is Fayem from Ireland. You're welcome. I think the first person on this live, let us give credit to him as I give him a big shout out. A big shout out to Rocco. Thank you for starting. Yeah, he came in when it was like 30 seconds, just 30 seconds. Yeah, so I think he's the fastest um I've ever seen. Yeah, Rocco. Thank you so much. Yeah. A big shout out to hi Kiki. Sorry I haven't been live a bit. Opa, a big shout out to you, Opa. I understand. A big shout out to Mama. Yay! A big shout out to Sarah. Please let's go like we just have 6. 6 likes. Why? Come on, that's not good. Not really fair. Okay. A big shout out to Charlotte. A big shout out to Alexander. A big shout out to Sarah. Shout out to Ajana. Please, if you like and you subscribe, just come back to the comment section and just start dropping your name and I'll give you a shout out. Okay. A big shout out to Arabella. A big shout out to Mangi. A big shout out to Sharon. A big shout out to Sophia. Hello, Isabel. How are you? A big shout out to Ayana. Shout out to Rosie. Shout out to Queen City. Hi, my name is A big shout out to you, Ida. A big shout out to Zai. Thank you guys. Hi, a big shout out to Jake. A big shout out to Sewerin. A big shout out to Denisa. A big shout out to Courtney. I love you too. Thank you so much. Please let's go like. Can we take the like to 20? Please, let's take the like to 20. Thank you so much. Big shout out to Katu. A big shout out to Mary. A big shout out to Michael. A big shout out to Zay. A big shout out to Jake. Please let's go like and subscribe. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Henry. A big shout out to Nabiha. A big shout out to Maria. A big shout out to Mira. A big shout out to Grace. A big shout out to Mahel. I subscribe. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Hella. A big shout out to Eyeko. A big shout out to Scarlett. Oh, no worries, okay? No worries, Michael. Even if you can't, I'm happy giving you a shout out. Just subscribe and like. I'll be fine. A big shout out to Kiki. A big shout out to Crystal. Please let's take the like up to 20. God bless you. A big shout out to Hella. A big shout out to Teddy. A big shout out to Zaza. Let's go. A big shout out to Aaron. A big shout out to Lara. A big shout out to Aliana. Love from Indian. Thank you. Nice to meet you. A big shout out to April. A big shout out to Bella Hannah. Bella Hannah. I subscribe. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Henry. A big shout out to Mae. A big shout out to Bendova. A big shout out to Lily. A big shout out to Afia. A big shout out to Joshua. A big shout out to Lily. A big shout out to Danielle. Shout out to Teddy. Shout out to Candace. A big shout out to Kai. A big shout out to Henry. A big shout out to Madison. Shout out to Lottie. Shout out to Isabel. Yeah, thank you so much. Love from Australia. Thank you so much. Shout out to Ocean. Shout out to Morgan. Yeah, a big shout out to Mackenzie. Hope it's not too bright. A big shout out to Joshua. A big shout out to Ari. A big shout out to Willow. A big shout out to Sky. A big shout out to Abby. Thank you. Thank you, son of the soil. Hi, cutie. Big shout out to Leo. A big shout out to Amy. Guys, please let's go like and subscribe. Thank you so much. I love you all. I love you all. A big shout out to Marina. A big shout out to Leo. A big shout out to Nick Hart. A big shout out to Hiba. A big shout out to Lulu. A big shout out to Hapa. A big shout out to Patrick. What's up? I'm good. A big shout out to Ellie. A big shout out to Ariana. A big shout out to Lucy. Let's go. Can we take the like up to 20 to 30, please? A big shout out to Nina. A big shout out to Julia. Love from Ireland. Thank you so much. I love you all. A big shout out to Scott. A big shout out to Ada. A big shout out to Lucy May. Me. No, Mai. A big shout out to Isabella. A big shout out to Abigail. Shout out to Leanne. Shout out to Megan Nixon. Let's go. A big shout out to Massey. A big shout out to Abigail. A big shout out to Annabella. A big shout out to Sissy. Hiya. A big shout out to Sawa. A big shout out to Akia. Shout out to Zahara. Thank you for subbing. Shout out to CJ. Shout out to Jessica. A big shout out to Abigail. Thank you so much. Please let's go like and subscribe. A big shout out to Abigail. A big shout out to Hi darling. A big shout out to Osha. Is it too dark? Can you all see me? If you can't see me, please let me know. Okay. A big shout out to Jaden. A big shout out to Cassidy. A big shout out to Bethany. A big shout out to Osha. A big shout out to Akia. A big shout out to Anissa. Shout out to Jessica. Shout out to Kumo. Shout out to Nico. Shout out to Akia. Shout out to Rory. Please let's go like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Yeah, I stream every day. Please let's go like and subscribe so that you will always see me when I come up. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Anissa. A big shout out to Amira. A big shout out to Mihelesta. Mo Elesta. A big shout out to Kaylee. Shout out to Stony. You'll watch my life every day. Thank you, dear. A big shout out to Alexander. A big shout out to Layla. A big shout out to Jake. A big shout out to Amira. Shout out to Kenda. Shout out to Layla. Shout out to me. Shout out to Leo. Shout out to Jake. Shout out to Daylan. Shout out to Aurelia and The Creators. Shout out to Card. Shout out to Avery. Shout out to Nelly. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to Dottie. Shout out to CJ. Shout out to Nikki. Shout out to Marcin. A big shout out to Alexei. Shout out to Muhammad. Shout out to Cassidy. Shout out to Pim. Shout out to Siko. Shout out to Charlotte. Shout out to Leo. Shout out to Dexter. Shout out to Laith. Shout out to Liana. Shout out to Yaya. Shout out to Amira. Shout out to Ahmad. Shout out to Alaya. Guys, let's go. Shout out to Vera. A big shout out to Talia. Shout out to Akonaho. Shout out to Jade. Shout out to Talia. Shout out to Yuncho. Shout out to Annie. Guys, let's go. Can we please drop our names? A big shout out to Fire. They look like Mana from Saskia. You're right. Yeah, they told me. Shout out to Kaylee. Like your hair. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Jackson. A big shout out to Assis. A big shout out to Kia. A big shout out to Laundry. A big shout out to Austin. A big shout out to Mackenzie. A big shout out to Roma. Guys, let's go like and subscribe. Can we take the like up to 40? Please, let's like and subscribe. Please take the like to 40. Thank you so much. Shout out to Lena. Shout out to Emily. Shout out to Leon. A big shout out to Maxine. A big shout out to Elodie. A big shout out to Kara. A big shout out to Aya. A big shout out to Hunter. A big shout out to Chloe. Shout out to Jiren. Shout out to Lisa. Oh my God, you're the best. Oh, thank you, darling. A big shout out to Cassidy. A big shout out to Brian. A big shout out to Ray. A big shout out to Luna Ray. A big shout out to Porky. A big shout out to Cassandra. A big shout out to Cruzy. A big shout out to Candy. A big shout out to Rosie. Guys, let's go. A big shout out to Fata. A big shout out to Kim. A big shout out to Ashley. A big shout out to Tristan. A big shout out to Jalen. A big shout out to Tandy. Please drop your names back to back. And don't forget to like. Yeah, just give me a thumbs up, like heart me. And subscribe. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Fata. Shout out to Rio. Shout out to Cap Slap. A big shout out to Luke. Shout out to Amen. Shout out to Mesquite. Shout out to Patricia. Shout out to Dottie Day. Shout out to Amina. Shout out to Athena. Shout out to Dottie. Shout out to Fariha. Big shout out to Cedra. Hi, Muhammad. Shout out to Lily. Shout out to Aya. Shout out to Lion. Shout out to Sophia. Shout out to Daisy. Shout out to Kakali. Shout out to Danny. Shout out to Jules. Shout out to Dottie. I love you. A big shout out to Ami. A big shout out to Akia. Shout out to Benjamin. Shout out to Millie. Country name Nigeria. Shout out to Resbona. Shout out to Jazz. Shout out to Resha. Shout out to Jasmine. Thank you so much. Shout out to Adli. Shout out to Kenna. Shout out to Ray. Shout out to Janessa. Guys, please let's go like and subscribe. Let's go. Looks like a big shout out to Georgia. A big shout out to James. Nice to meet you, James. Please let's go like and subscribe. Yeah, nice to meet you all. I love you all. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Kimura. A big shout out to Lucy. Please don't write too much. I won't be able to read it. Just write your name, drop your name, and leave. As in, drop your name and that's it. Drop your name back to back. A big shout out to Maya. A big shout out to Charlie. A big shout out to Suki. You are so nice. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Ami's dad. Shout out to Giselle. A big shout out to Kuhana. A big shout out to Dizonias. Shout out to Claren. A big shout out to Kingsley. Guys, I see your comments, your lovely comments. Thank you so much. Yeah, but you might think I'm not seeing them. I'm seeing your comments, your nice comments, your lovely comments. And I'm super, super, super thankful to that. Thank you so much. God bless you. Please, let's keep dropping our names back to back. I'll give you a shout out. And if you've not heard your name or you want more of that, just keep dropping your names. I will definitely say it. And don't forget to like. Can we take the like up to 55, please, for me? Thank you. A big shout out to Faraz. A big shout out to Ava. A big shout out to Lucas. A big shout out to Zarish. A big shout out to Yuki. A big shout out to Opeto. A big shout out to Gracie. Shout out to Michaela. A big shout out to um Echo. A big shout out to Maria. A big shout out to Zarish. Shout out to J-Stan. Shout out to Jaden. Happy birthday to you and Ja. Happy birthday. Best wishes to you. Thank you so much for joining. I wish you all the best in life. A big shout out to Morgan. A big shout out to Isla. A big shout out to painting. It was very hard for me to see that. I'll prefer you use the normal text. Okay. Painting. I mean painting. Yeah. A big shout out to Excel. A big shout out to Don J. A big shout out to Lena. A big shout out to Jefferson. A big shout out to Skylar. Shout out to Lena. Shout out to Sylvia. Shout out to Evan. Shout out to Brina. Shout out to Ikra. Shout out to Paka. Shout out to Tegan. A big shout out to Alice. A big shout out to Tega. A big shout out to Otto. Thank you, Otto. You're welcome. Nice to meet you. Please let's go like and sub. Guys, let's go. Can we take the like up to 60? A big shout out to Rosie. Shout out to Kendra, my bestie. A big shout out to Jefferson. A big shout out to Jessica. Shout out to Naya. Shout out to Isaac. Shout out to Ellison. A big shout out to Victor. Please let's go like and subscribe. Thank you. Shout out to Steven. Brother, I need your phone. A big shout out to Nahima. A big shout out to Vanessa. A big shout out to Tiana. Oh, man. A big shout out to. I want off your music. I just want to be checking something. Big shout out to Costa. A big shout out to Anastella. A big shout out to Paris. Hi, Brimo. A big shout out to Nahima. A big shout out to Lexi. Clock it. A big shout out to Ariet. Let's go. A big shout out to Costa. My name is. A big shout out to Pinos. A big shout out to Sophia. A big shout out to Ariet. A big shout out to Montana. Shout out to Costa T. Shout out to Paisley. Shout out to Ayan. Shout out to Kali. Shout out to Leon. Shout out to Ayan. Shout out to Marisol. Shout out to Liam. Hi, lovely. Shout out to Lucy. Shout out to Honda. Shout out to Zoe. Shout out to Anaya. Shout out to Kwazi. Shout out to Kali. Shout out to Honda. Shout out to Kenya. Shout out to King Von. Shout out to Avia. Shout out to Chloe. Shout out to Ria. Shout out to Eva. Can we take the like up to 65? Thank you so much, lovelies. You all are really doing well. Thank you so much. Please, if you have not liked, please let's go like. That will also make me happy as well. I make you happy. You make me happy by liking, by spamming. Yeah, when you subscribe, that's just the honest truth. A big shout out to Juliet. A big shout out to Nala. Nana Lala. A big shout out to Costa. A big shout out to Liliana. A big shout out to Orab. Nice to meet you. Please subscribe. A big shout out to Zaj. A big shout out to Anaya Ahmed. A big shout out to Tainara. I'm fine, thank you. A big shout out to Lassie. Lassie, you are welcome. Please subscribe and like. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you. Shout out to Sareka. Shout out to Kali. Big shout out to Iwazi. Big shout out to Koni. A big shout out to Liz. You are so beautiful. Oh, thank you so much, my darling. You're gorgeous as well. A big shout out to Sareka. A big shout out to Jasmine. A big shout out to Nahima. A big shout out to Toz. Let's go. Drop your names. Can we take the like up to 65, my darling? A big shout out to Anaya. You're gorgeous, Anaya. Shout out to Otto. I do remember you, Valentina. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Evie. Guys, let's go. A big shout out to Cleo. A big shout out to Otto. A big shout out to Abdirzak. A big shout out to Rabia. A big shout out to Elena. A big shout out to London. A big shout out to Jukes. A big shout out to Isabella. Guys, let's go like and subscribe. Drop your names back to back. A big shout out to Willow. A big shout out to Han. A big shout hi. A big shout out to Hyvie. A big shout out to Miss Cole 199. A big shout out to Raylene. A big shout out to Bethany. A big shout out to Felix. Shout out to Tina. A big shout out to Han. A big shout out to Kiki. Big shout out to Felia. A big shout out to Alana. Hi. Hi, Sydney. A big shout out to Sydney. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Please let's go like and subscribe. I love you all. A big shout out to Samson. A big shout out to Ray. A big shout out to Dami. Shout out to Sophie. Shout out to Ania. Shout out to Jayla. A big shout out to good morning, my darling, beautiful angel. Nice to meet you. Cha-cha. A big shout out to Machi. A big shout out to Jade. A big shout out to Amira. A big shout out to Welile. A big shout out to Malachi. Shout out to Chance. Hi, Chance. Hope you're good. A big shout out to Tiaga. A big shout out to Ania. Please, can we take the like up to 80, my darling? Let's go. Let's take the like up to 80. I love you all. A big shout out to Laura. Shout out to Blue Jacket. Shout out to Freya. Shout out to Joby. Destination Seat Young. A big shout out to Kobe. A big shout out to Talora. Shout out to Gabriel. Shout out to Sam. Shout out to Tolora. Shout out to Millie. Shout out to Cam Canad. Shout out to Elizabeth, Brooklyn, and Tyler. Thank you so much. You're kind as well. Bless you. A big shout out to Abby. Hi, Mia. Please like and subscribe, everyone. I love you all. A big shout out to Adi. A big shout out to Mary. A big shout out to Fralashi. Big shout out to Nina. Can we take the like up to 80? Can we take the like up to 80? And please don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, if you have done it, just drop your names. A big shout out to Tangi. No, Tangi. Hey. A big shout out to Abigail. Why are you distracting?
Why did song you enter my head this evening?
A big shout out to Mary. A big,
Baba
A big shout out to
Mue.
Tanu. A big shout out to Tabgoo. Guys, let's go. A big shout out to a big shout out to Matty Boy. A big shout out to Will. A big shout out to Millie, Bobby, and
Baba
Brown.
Mue.
Bobby Brown. Cheers, guys. Cheers. Bloody hot. A big shout out to Jamia. A big shout out to Kira. Shout out to Via. Shout out to Lexi. Laya. Shout out to Bongwe. A big shout out to Clay. Shout out to Carrier. Shout out to Ga. Shout out to Vito. Shout out to Lamia. Shout out to Scarlett. Shout out to Emily. Let's go. Shout out to Lexi Laya. Shout out to Lily. Shout out to Isla. Let's take the like up to 85, my darlings. Let's go. A big shout out to Evalina. Shout out to Gaia. Shout out to Paige. A big shout out to Cameron. Shout out to Anshati. Shout out to Mr. Squarepants. Please let's go like and subscribe. Can we take the like up to 85 for me, please? Yeah. A big shout out to Anshati. Big shout out to Caroline. A big shout out to Kenzie. You look like Bang Chang from Stray Kids. Thank you, lovely. You're right. A big shout out to Sindra. Shout out to Emily. Shout out to Vinto. Shout out to Londo. Shout out to Madisi. Shout out to Ayeli. Shout out to Sandra. Thank you so much. You're so pretty. Thank you. Hi. Shout out to Max. Shout out to Ayla. Shout out to Alina. Shout out to Han. Shout out to Kimariam. Shout out to Yusuf. Please let's go like and subscribe. Can we take the like up to 90 lovelies? Shout out to Zeko. Shout out to Ari. Good morning, Yusuf. Nice to meet you. A big shout out to Rahio. A big shout out to me. Big shout out to Chloe Ozuna. Shout out to Mimi. Shout out to Sandra. Guys, let's go like and subscribe. Let's go like and subscribe. I'm waiting for your names. Shout out to Rumi. Please let's take the like up to 90. Lovelies. Shout out to Jonah. A big shout out to Easy. Shout out to Francine. A big shout out to Hasti. A big shout out to Hela. All the way from India. Nice to meet you, okay? Guys, let's go watch my video. I just dropped a video, a simple fashion hack. Yeah, please let's go watch it. Drop your comments and also like. Thank you so much. It's just less than 1 minute Yeah, just 1 minute to watch, less than. Please, let's watch it. Drop your lovely comment. I've seen 4 comments already on the video, and it was less than 30 minutes when I posted it, which is fair, which is good, very good. It shows that I really have besties here and people that are really there. They are strongly with me to support in any way. You understand what I mean at all. So anytime I drop videos, they're the first to comment, first to like, and I do appreciate it. Thank you guys. You deserve everything good on this earth. Okay? Yeah, I see their comments and I've loved it. Yeah, I love the comment. So guys, if you like what I'm doing, always check on my videos, watch them, drop your comments just to say well done. It won't hurt you, it won't harm you. So that is how you can always encourage me. And hello, I love you too. Thank you. Murray. Hello, Shayarik. Nice to meet you. Please go like and subscribe. A big shout out to Lily. A big shout out to Ella. So I just think, yeah, people have gone to my channel to watch the videos. That's why the views are dropping, which is fine. Okay, so I'll give you guys time to go have a look and see if it's nice. If it's not nice, tell me it's not nice. You ate the best. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Pesley. I mean, you are the best. I understand. A big shout out to Hella. You are the best as well. A big shout out to Samia. Happy birthday, Samia. A big shout out to Harmony. A big shout out to Bailey K. A big shout out to Lashlan. A big shout out to Cow9. Can we take the like up to 100? We are almost there. Please, let's do it. Thank you for tapping. Thank you for spamming. I'm really, really grateful. Yeah, I won't lie. That's a lot of help. Thank you. A big shout out to Woorod. Big shout out to Carlo. A big shout out to Paige. A big shout out to Hella. Shout out to Betty. Thank you. A big shout out to Hannah. A big shout out to Scarlett. A big shout out to Ella. Shout out to Zara. Oh my god, you're so cute. Thank you so much, Carlo. You're looking gorgeous as well. Yeah, you're gorgeous, dear, honestly. A big shout out to Natalia. Walking. Thank you so much. A
Baba
big shout out to
Wure,
Haha
Baba Wure.
Mahadev. Nice to meet you, VK. Yeah, a big shout out to Millie. A big shout out to Nina. A big shout out to Who Road. A big shout out to. Oh, that's true. One more like. Guys, please like. Let's go. Please, let's like, guys. Let's like and subscribe. A big shout out to Jay Ram. Nice to meet you. Please like and subscribe. Yeah. We have passed 100. Like, thank you guys. You guys are the best. You're all divas, my diva. You all slay. You are all on point. Gorgeous. A big shout out to Andre. I love your hair. Thank you so much. Big shout out to Briona. Unfortunately, I couldn't record, yeah, record it when I was making my hair. So I don't have a record of this hair that I made myself. Yeah, I'm not happy about it because I don't have a space on my phone, so I just had to do it without recording. But anyways, I have more hairstyles, more styles to make, pretty styles. You will see it. A big shout out to Ishtar, a big shout out to Adisi, a big shout out to Corey, a big shout out to Kiki, a big shout out to Ahmed, a big shout out to Umara, a big shout out to Elos, a big shout out to Davies. I love your voice. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Soil. A big shout out to Emily. A big shout out to Tristan. You like my sweater. Thank you so much. Let's go. Yeah, that's my sweater. Thank you. Big shout out to Kuzi. I love your hair. It's so beautiful, like you. From Mia. Thanks, darling. Yes, I do. A big shout out to Ava. A big shout out to Estrella. A big shout out to Sherida. A big shout out to Essence. Yeah, please let's go like and subscribe, Mr. Vibe. A big shout out to Natty. A big shout out to Mickey B. I like you are so beautiful. Thank you so much. Please also subscribe. Thank you. A big shout out to Grayson. A big shout out to Anna. A big shout out to Gabby. Shout out to London. Someone said that's a lot of shout out. A big shout out to La Matilde. A big shout out to Kuzi. A big shout out to Painting. A big shout out to Serena Maria. A big shout out to Aliyah. Shout out to Joes. Shout out to Elizzy. Shout out to Mina. Shout out to Bianca. Shout out to Glenn. Shout out to Toria. Let's go. Shout out to Hella. Shout out to Mata. A big shout out to Joes. A big shout out to Kimran. Big shout out to CJ. Shout out to Tati. Shout out to Brainly. Shout out to Mimi. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Eva. Shout out to Safa. Shout out to David. Shout out to Grace. Shout out to Makia. Shout out to Yusuf. Shout out to Trinidad. Shout out to Hoo. Shout out to Zoe. Shout out to Lizzie. Shout out to Bank Chan. Shout out to David Omotoyibo. A big shout out to Jones. Shout out to... Please let's go like and subscribe. Thank you so very much. Shout out to Jones. Shout out to Vivian. I'm not saying that name. That's a lot. Please just write one. Just one word, please. Just one word. A big shout out to Tati. A big shout out to Leave. A big shout out to Man. Shout out to Erica. Shout out to CJ. Guys, let's go like and subscribe. Thank you so much. You're pretty, you're gorgeous, my dear.
And to see your progress.
Mm. A big shout out to Olive. A big shout out to Mitsuri.
Olive.com.
No. A big shout out to Rima. Big shout out to Gabby. Big shout out to Tantiana. A big shout out to Isa. Shout out to Sham. A big shout out to Betty. Shout out to Mera. Big shout out to Kiki. Shout out to Aideen. Shout out to Sophia. Oh, thank you so much. Guys, I posted a video. Please check my channel, have a look. It's a fashion arc. Yeah, it's just to teach you some trick about how to style your anything. Okay, so I just posted a video not long ago. Please pop in, have a look, and drop your lovely comments as usual. A big shout out to Nina Chuba. A big shout out to Trinity. Shout out to Maya. Shout out to Callum. A big shout out to Leela. A big shout out to Jones. Shout out to Eleno. Shout out to Hi Onjin. Shout out to Avery. Shout out to Eliano. Shout out to Nia. Shout out to Alicia. Shout out to Jordan. Shout out to Ali. Shout out to Lotus. Shout out to Louise. Shout out to Nia. Shout out to Sabrina. Shout out to Star Bunny. Shout out to Charlie. Shout out to Zainab. Shout out to Zaha. Shout out to John. Shout out to Lola. Shout out to Ben. Shout out to Haley. Shout out to Freddie. Shout out to Adley. Shout out to Gizmo. Please let's take this time to like and subscribe. Just want to take a sip of this. Okay, please let's go like and subscribe. I love you all. It's just still a bit hot. Yeah, just this a cup of tea, and I don't like this thing settling on the surface of the tea. It will start. Don't want to have a brown teeth. My teeth are spacious already. If it's now brown, it will not make it worse. I have gap in between my teeth already, so I don't want too much brown teeth. I don't know. I'm just trying to take out this stuff off the surface of my teeth. I don't just like it. I'll start drinking slim tea. I want to be thin, tiny. A big shout out to Georgina. Very hot. A big shout out to Nikki. Shout out to Poppy. Shout out to Ernest. Hi, Ernest. Please like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Shout out to Lizzie. A big shout out to Kensley. Shout out to Nadali. I'm fine, Ernest. And you? A big shout out to Scott. Shout out to Bracy. Shout out to Ashley. Shout out to Hazel. Shout out to Georgina. Shout out to Dana. Shout out to Faris. Shout out to Hema. I'm from Nigeria, but I live in the UK. Shout out to Olivia. Please, you've been trying to what? I've been trying for 13 minutes. A big shout out to what? Ha. A big shout out to Helen. Oh, Namibia. Okay, nice to meet you. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Anna. A big shout out to Taylor. A big shout out to Evelyn. Shout out to Dino. A big shout out to Elihano. A big shout out to Brooklyn. Shout out to Natalia. I know they see anything. Put up for this thing now. Number at least is visible with that. A big shout out to Shasila. A big shout out to Ingrid. I subscribe. Thank you so much. Please drop your name. Drop your name. I will catch you. I will see you. A big shout out to Francie. A big shout out to Iris. Shout out to Ava. Shout out to Tiana. Shout out to Bailey. Shout out to Faris. Shout out to Katrine. Shout out to Saf. Shout out to Amelia. Shout out to Landroma. Okay. Powerful. A big shout out to Gabriela. Blessed night. Thank you. A big shout out to Pama. A big shout out to Jay. Thank you. A big shout out to Kaylee. I pronounce it right. Thank God for that. It doesn't come often. I don't pronounce well. It doesn't come often. So let's give a big shout out to Julieta. A big shout out to Lexi. A big shout out to Shout out to Aideen. Shout out to Jackson. I'm from Indonesia. Oh, nice to meet you. Yeah, I'm from Nigeria, but I live in the UK, dear. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. A big shout out to Adli. A big shout out to Iyanu Olua. Please go like and subscribe. Nice to meet you. A big shout out to JC. A big shout out to Esme. A big shout out to AJ. A big shout out to Gracie. Shout out to Ismi. Yes, I am Nigerian. A big shout out to Malaika. Shout out to Gustavo. Big shout out to Aphrodite. I'm Aphrodite. A big shout out to Bobby. A big shout out to Sissy. Shout out to Tatiana. Shout out to Vecna. Shout out to Mercy. Shout out to Josephine. Shout out to Fihanda. Shout out to Messi. Shout out to Charlie. Shout out to Fernanda. Shout out to Ella. Shout out to Ari. Shout out to Young Chips. Shout out to Andriana. Shout out to Estrella. Hi, darling. Please let's go like and subscribe. Can we take the like up to 145 for me, please? Shout out to Mickey Bobby Brown. Shout out to Antonio. Shout out to Bailey. Shout out to Alice. Shout out to Amelia. Shout out to Anastasia. If I lost my voice on that your name, you will pay. A big shout out to Jessica. A big shout out to Weston. A big shout out to Linonta. A big shout out to Vanessa. Shout out to Christy. Shout out to Demo Gonkin. Shout out to Lily. Shout out to Ray. Shout out to Yvonne. Shout out to Chris. Shout out to Danny. Shout out to Ethan. Shout out to Isma. Shout out to Fish. Shout out to Adley. Shout out to Carly. Shout out to Ray. Shout out to John. Shout out to Didi. Shout out to Victoria. Shout out to Gloria. Shout out to Janet. Shout out to Chris. Shout out to Annette. A big shout out to Jesse. Shout out to Joy. Shout out to Shuto. Shout out to Lily Plus. Shout out to Weston. Shout out to Duran. Shout out to Shoto. Guys, let's go like and sub. Let's take the like up to 150. Yeah. Shout out to Bianca. Shout out to Liliana. Shout out to Alicia. Shout out to Gazal. Shout out to Evalina. Shout out to Justin. Shout out to Liam. Shout out to Nora. Shout out to Niyazi. Shout out to Mariana. Shout out to Gracie. Shout out to Bartholomew. Shout out to Naomi. Guys, please let's take the like up to 150. And if you've not subscribed, please subscribe for me. Yeah. Let's go, guys. A big shout out to Aspen. A big shout out to Lily. A big shout out to Isley. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Please let's go like and subscribe. We haven't. A big shout out to Maddie. A big shout out to Malaya. Malaya, please. A big shout out to Casey. A big shout out to Ethan. Ethan. Let's go. Shout out to Liam. Shout out to Elif. No. Hi. A big shout out to Emily. Shout out to Sam. Shout out to Maury. Shout out to Flo. Shout out to Lola. Shout out to Sophia. Shout out to Alia. Shout out to Florence. Shout out to Mega. Shout out to Amber. Hi, dear. Shout out to Lara. Guys, let's take the like to 160. Shout out to Asel. Shout out to Flo. Shout out to Christina. Shout out to Lilahi. Shout out to Kenzie. Shout out to Sage. Shout out to Kenzie. Shout out to Blakely. Shout out to Kia. Shout out to Riva. Shout out to John. A big shout out to Paisley. Yeah, drop your name, you get a shout out, okay? Shout out to Diana. Shout out to John. Shout out to Kika. Shout out to Aya. Guys, please let's go like and sub. Ooh. Yeah, thank you so much for the likes. Thank you. I so much appreciate you. And thanks for the comments on my videos. Thanks for the comments on my videos. And thanks for the likes. Thank you so much. A big shout out to McCann. Shout out to McKenna. Shout out to Evans. Shout out to Paisley. Shout out to Blanca. Not Bianca, Blanca. I'm just saying it. I used to think the L is high. A big shout out to Juliet. A big shout out to Ava. Shout out to Jehongin. Shout out to Kira. Guys, please let's like and subscribe. Please let's go like and subscribe, guys. A big shout out to Noah. Yeah, guys, let's go. A big shout out to Freya. A big shout out to Vasi. A big shout out to Sophia. A big shout out to Stephanie. Shout out to Lino. Shout out to Imoga. Shout out to Isa. Shout out to Catherine. Shout out to Kali. Yeah. Shout out to Kiki. Shout out to Isa. Shout out to Kai. Shout out to Freya. Shout out to Alice. Shout out to Hella. Shout out to Talia. Shout out to Han. Let's go. Please let's go like and sub. Shout out to JC May. Shout out to Tyler. Shout out to Tilia. Shout out to Samika. Shout out to Chara. Shout out to Dana. Shout out to Lee. Shout out to Kabills. Shout out to Leila. Please, guys, let's go like and sub. A big shout out to Nazuku Tanjiro. I'm Japanese. Please like and subscribe. Nice to meet you. Oh, God. A big shout out to Bella. A big shout out to Haven. A big shout out to Aria. A big shout out to Kim Jenny. Shout out to Ify. Give me this thing that it's chewing gum is there. A big shout out to Josh. A big shout out to Kali.
Will give me headache.
Why you not return now? Because if the children see and they go empty now. Thank you. A big shout out to Kali. A big shout out to Tenerity. Yeah, guys, let's go like and subscribe. Thank you. A big shout out to Lottie. A shout out to Sophia. Shout out to Claire. Shout out to Far. Shout out to Megan. Shout out to Happy. A big shout out to Antonia. Shout out to Sophia. Hi, Sophia. How are you? Sophia, long time. Did you change your profile? Did you change your profile picture? Or probably it's another Sophia. Okay, let's go, guys. A big shout out to Kenzie because I've not been saying. There's a Sophia I used to know very well. I've not been seeing her. I just think she's fine. A big shout out to Liam. A big shout out to Ariana. A big shout out to Ali. Please like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Shout out to B, yeah. A big shout out to Lara. You're so pretty. Thank you so much, darling. A big shout out to Cortex. A big shout out to Camera. A big shout out to Brooklyn. A big shout out to Ella, Sarah, Ariana, Layla, and Ayla. Yes, I remember Cortex. A big shout out to you, my dear. Shout out to Audra. Shout out to Emily. Shout out to Oscar. Shout out to Kay. Kala. Shout out to Kaylee. Shout out to Jake. Shout out to Annie. Shout out to Saul. Shout out to Delaney. Shout out to Adley. Shout out to Mali. Shout out to Anna. Shout out to Nevi. Shout out to Sailor. Shout out to Mali. Shout out to Isabella. Shout out to Mackenzie. Shout out to Shea. Shout out to Mira. Oh, I will sub. You're so pretty. Thank you so much, my darling. Also tell your friends. Yeah, tell your friends, family to sub as well. Okay. Guys, let's go. A big shout out to Sebi. Thank you for subbing. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Alex. A big shout out to Eddie. A big shout out to Sailor. A big shout out to Eddie. A big shout out to Carly. Please let's go like and subscribe. Can we take the like up to 170? Can we get the like up to 170? Thank you. And please let's subscribe. Thank you. Let's get the like up to 170 and also subscribe. Thank you. A big shout out to Emma. A big shout out to Gerard. A big shout out to Joey, Josh, Oi, and Theo. A big shout out to Azel. Shout out to Steven. You're super cool. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Holly. A big shout out to Soul. Shout out to 11. Shout out to Dion Deja. Shout out to Sarah. Shout out to Emily. Shout out to Azel. Shout out to Mela. Shout out to Ashley. Shout out to Itzel. Shout out to Sia. Shout out to Anastasia. Please let's take the like up to 175 and also subscribe. Thank you, my lovelies. I love you all. Shout out to Kata. Shout out to Will Bayer. Shout out to Tracy. Shout out to Maddie. You're welcome, Blanca. A big shout out to Bricia. Shout out to Ania. Shout out to Deja. Shout out to Brisla. Shout out to Ayana. Shout out to Major. Shout out to Sophia. A big shout out to Mani. Shout out to Alina. Shout out to Kaylee. Shout out to Ania. Thank you for subbing. Thank you so much. Can we take the like up to 180, please? God bless you. Let's take the like up to 180 and please let's subscribe. A big shout out to Karim. Shout out to Kaitaya. Shout out to Tiara. Shout out to Kali. Shout out to Ima. Shout out to Jiwen. Shout out to Milo. Shout out to Zach. Shout out to Ava. Shout out to Faith. Clockate. Slay Queen and Kings. I love you all. Please, we shouldn't forget to tell your friends. Tell a friend to 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 tell a cousin to tell a cousin to tell a cousin to tell your neighbor to, let's join this let's join this channel. Let's subscribe. Tell everyone around you, your loved ones, to join this channel. Okay, it's a lovely one, as you can see. A big shout out to Lily. A big shout out to Emily. A A big shout out to Amira. Please let's take the likes to 180. And please let's subscribe. I just want to take a sip of this. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Please let's take the like up to 180. God bless you. Please let's take the like up to 180. A big shout out to Susan. A big shout out to Briella. A big shout out to Yoncher. A big shout out to Lara. A big shout out to Ahmad. Hi dear. A big shout out to Millie, Charlie, and Milo. Oh, you tell everyone to sub to me. Oh, you are a good. Oh, you are super good. You are the best. You are a star. Thank you so much. Thank you. A big shout out to Anna. A big shout out to Rayleigh. A big shout out to Mano. A big shout out to Mel. A big shout out to Azoda. Sham. Shazoda. A big shout out to Mia. A big shout out to Aurora. A big shout out to Megan. A big shout out to Elijah. A big shout out to Christine. A big shout out to Hapa. Shout out to Cotnings. Shout out to Elizabeth. You're welcome. Shout out to Daniela. Shout out to Poppy. Shout out to Morgan. Shout out to Manon. Shout out to Eva. Shout out to Justin. Shout out to Fion, Kawen, and Wenda. Shout out to Hannah. Shout out to Sophia. Shout out to Bianca Sweet Smith. Shout out to Paisley. Shout out to Joy. Shout out to Amber. Shout out to Zoe. Shout out to Genesis. Shout out to Zoe. Shout out to Anna. You're welcome, my darling. Shout out to Deborah. Let's go, guys. Shout out to Millie. Shout out to France. You're welcome. A big shout out to Madison. A big shout out to Taylor. Hi, darling. A big shout out to Gabriel. A big shout out to Abdel. Please, can we take the like up to 185? Please, let's take the like up to 185. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. And please, let's subscribe. Yeah, please, let's subscribe. Thank you. A big shout out to Anna, my dear. How are you? A big shout out to Hannah. Oh, thank you so much. How do you speak real like this? I'm only trying. I don't even know myself. I'm only trying, honestly. A big shout out to Archie. Shout out to Anishka. You're so pretty. Thank you so much, my gorgeous queen. Guys, please let's go subscribe. Thank you. Let's go subscribe. Thank you. A big shout out to Hadley. A big shout out to Gabriella. Shout out to Promises. Genesis, this is not time for questions, okay? This is time to give a shout out. My birthday is coming up soon, so you can sing a early happy birthday for me. Really? And the day your birthday will now come, I'll still sing for you. That's too much. Hmm? Let's wait till the birthday comes. Because I go live every day. Every day. Shout out to Ketseye. Shout out to Skylar. She's getting angry. No, I'm not angry. Why? Why did you say so? Shout out to Lily. Shout out to Waguri. Shout out to Kara. Shout out to Messit. Shout out to Lee. Shout out to Emily. Shout out to Elos. Shout out to Fiona. Shout out to Dillon. Shout out to Sophia. Please let's take the like to 190. Thank you so much. Big shout out to NJ. Shout out to Lizzie. No. Genesis, I'm fine. Yeah, honestly, I'm fine. A big shout out to Valeria. A big shout out to Jasley. A big shout out to Jamie. I like your voice, girly. Thank you. A big shout out to Maluri. A big shout out to... Please, let's go like and subscribe, guys. Yeah, let's do it. Let's just take 10 seconds. I like your hair. Thank you so much, Elijah. Please, let's take 10 seconds to go subscribe and to like. Let's take the like up to 190. Oh. Yeah, a big shout out to Junior. Please, let's take the like up to 190, please. Shout out to Finlay. Shout out to Megan. Shout out to Bailey. Shout out to Roland. Shout out to Rego. A big shout out to Lexi. A big shout out to Jayla. A big shout out to My Hair. A big shout out to Ronaldo. Shout out to Westin. Please wait till the end of the live stream before the question. 10 minutes to the end, I'll take questions. Not now. A big shout out to Han. A big shout out to My Hair. A big shout out to Jack Quailin. Shout out to Talula. Oh, thanks for subbing. Thank you so much. Hi. Thank you. You like my share. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Hannes. A big shout out to Jayla. A big shout out to Stanley. Thank you so much. You like my hair. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Ava. Shout out to my hair. Shout out to Sophia. A big shout out to Hannah. We look like, or we look alike. I think that's what you want to write. A big shout out to Matilda. God bless you, Genesis. Thank you so much. Shout out to, welcome back, guys. Can we take the like up to 190? We just need two more likes. And a big shout out to Erin. A big shout out to Bailey. A big shout out to Kiki Hair and Lifestyle. That's me. That's me. That's me. Clocky. A big shout out to Kelly. It's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kaylee. Happy birthday to you. A big shout out to Adley. A big shout out to Kennedy. Shout out to Lillian. Shout out to Lily. You're welcome. You're welcome. Guys, please let's go like and subscribe. Thank you. Shout out to Charlotte. Shout out to Ali. Shout out to Lama. Shout out to Robbie. Shout out to Jaden. You are the best, Kaylee. You are the best. I wish you all the best in this your new age, okay? Don't forget to always support me as well on the comment section, on my videos. Yeah. Also tell a friend to join. Both of you should cooperate to always watch out and look out for my videos, okay? Thank you. I wish you all the best in life. A big shout out to Kaden. A big shout out to ADC. A big shout out to Daya. I subscribe. Please see me. Yeah, drop your name. I will see you. Just say I subscribe, then put your name so that I'll know you're new. A big shout out to Liam. A big shout out to Sky. Shout out to Isabella. Shout out to Phoenix. Shout out to triplets. Are you triplets? Oh, that's so sweet. So you triplet, that's good. Wow. A big shout out to Kiki. Oh, you are triplet, that's good. I love twin, triplets, quadruplets. I have three sisters. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, a big shout out to Ifulaka. A big shout out to Danis. A big shout out to Lilian. A big shout out to Euro. Use Ro. A big shout out to Cindy. A big shout out to Lala. A big shout out to Luca. I have three sisters and four brothers. Oh, that's amazing. That's lovely. A big shout out to Mila. Please put down your name. I don't know your name, and I'll say it. Guys, please let's take the like up to 200, my darling. Let's go. Can we take the like up, please? And please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Isho Speed. A big shout out to Cindy. It's really doing well on YouTube, isn't it? Isho Speed. Yeah, it's doing well on YouTube. So it's very funny to watch. A big shout out to Batu. A big shout out to Mosel. Shout out to Dana. Shout out to James. Shout out to Jonas. Shout out to Batu. Shout out to Lani. Shout out to Lexi. Shout out to our very my favorite celebrity. Mm, mm, Mr. Beast is okay because he also help people. Yeah, so yeah, I love people that help. So yeah, yeah, that's it. And some other celebrities that help as well. Welcome back. Shout out to Wendy. Shout out to Beyonce. Shout out to Robbie. Shout out to Rayway. Shout out to Maddie. Shout out to Yep. A big shout out to Isabella. Oh, thank you so much. I love you too. Shout out to Nena. Please, can we take the like up to 200? Thank you so much. Let's go, 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 go. 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 A big shout out to Robbie. A big shout out to Mardi. Oh, thank you. You're kind as well. A big shout out to Teria. Shout out to Shatta. Shout out to Ayad. Shout out to Lala. Shout out to Robbie. Shout out to Cassidy. Shout out to Nikki. Shout out to Cassidy. Shout out to Pama. Please, can we take the like up to 200? Shout out to Cash. Oh. Shout out to Kitely. Shout out to Joannis. Shout out to Lala. Shout out to Erin. Shout out to Paige.
Where Gerard and Jeremy? Hmm? Are they sleeping? Yeah, tell them. Because it's almost midnight. Go and call them Sunday school and we should go to bed.
Guys, let's go like and subscribe. Please, let's take the like up to 200, my lovelies. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Thank you. A big shout out to Robbie. A big shout out to Lara. Shout out to Tinley. Shout out to
Go and
Jivan.
call them.
Shout out to Lara. Shout out to
You
Raiden.
can go and call them.
Shout out to Jonathan. Shout out to Joanna. Shout out to Joel. Shout out to Nels. Shout out to Celestine. Shout out to Eva. Shout out to Zoe. Shout out to Stanley. Shout out to Sahana. Shout out to Savannah. Shout out to Stanley. Shout out to Elsa. Shout out to Kenva. Shout out to Mess.
Yeah, they. Go and call them now so I can go and sleep. They don't hear you.
Shout out to Dottie. Shout out to Camila. Shout out to Yoche. Oh, gorgeous. Thank you so much. Shout out to Ariana. Shout out to Nene. Shout out to Uva. Shout out to Italy Ball. Shout out to Yuva. Shout out to Ash T. Shout out to Mano. Shout out to Nasi.
Oh, yeah, you can come. Oh, yeah, go and call them. Go and call them.
Shout out to
Don't put me like that
Mano.
here. I can't be carrying it every day.
This thing we now watch. Maybe Kaya, but they call her.
Phone.
No, Ikai.
Go to your room and lie down now. Yeah, lie down.
A big shout out to Helly. A big shout out to Mangi. A big shout out to Dottie. You're so pretty. Thank you so much. Yeah, congratulations on Nigeria. Yeah, thank you so much, dear. A big shout out to Johanna. Shout out to Dolly. Shout out to Joannis. Shout out to Eliza. Thank you so much. Shout out to Arek. Shout out to Hela. Shout out to Charlie's. I love you too, Dottie. Shout out to Adson, Judy. Mama. Maybe this one not go give you conversion. Shout out to Haley.
Go dance for a dream.
Shout out to Luna. Shout out to Vienna. Shout out to Umom. Shout out to Victoria. Shout out to Jillian. Shout out to Rose. Shout out to Joannis. Shout out to Madison. Madison. I beg your pardon. Shout out to Sila. Shout out to Bob. Shout out to Ellen. Please let's go like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Shout out to Fatima. Shout out to Angel. Shout out to Nahel. Shout out to Khan. Shout out to Angel. You're welcome. Shout out to Eric. Wurun Neki. I love you too. Shout out to Hanel. Shout out to Soul. Shout out to Oli. Shout out to Persephone. Shout out to Holu. Shout out to Lena. Please let's go like and subscribe. Thank you. You're welcome. Shout out to Jenna. Shout out to Melanie. Shout out to Ari. Shout out to Rakai. Shout out to Isabel Rose. Ruka. Thank you so much. Big shout out to Bo. Thank you so much. You're welcome. A big shout out to Darian. Shout out to Neely. Shout out to Maria. Thank you so much. It's a bid. A big shout out to Susan. A big shout out to Soma. Shout out to Hammy. Shout out to Soul. Shout out to Kaylee. No, this is my most account. Oh, your mom's account. Okay. if she can subscribe, let her subscribe. If you can, talk to her, she subscribe is fine. So when she's on YouTube, she'll be able to see my videos. It will even be good for her because I do fashion acts for ladies. So yeah, it will be good for her as well. So you can talk to your mama. A big shout out to Kilia. Shout out to Soul. Shout out to Keely. Shout out to Sarah. Can we take the like up to 210? Guys, please let's like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Shout out to Lyric. Shout out to Mark. Shout out to Peepa. Shout out to Zoya. Shout out to Amila. You are top 10. Oh, congratulations. Shout out to Molly. Shout out to Kia. Shout out to Isabella. Oh, you are second. Congratulations. Shout out to Haley. That's good. Thank you, Blanca. Thanks for your support. And don't forget to comment on my videos as well. I believe if truly you are supporting someone, you support the person fully. Anything the person posts, you drop your comment, drop your opinion. I think that's how to support a person, because the person will want to post more because you'll be there to always watch and drop your opinion. I don't know if I'm speaking your mind. A big shout out to Savato. A big shout out to Savannah. A big shout out to Amelia. Oh, I love you too. Thank you so much for your support. A big shout out to Penot Buta. Shout out to Hollis. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear icon. Happy birthday to you. I wish you all the very best in life. A big shout out to Jayla. A big shout out to Magia. Yeah, I love you too. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Soul. A big shout out to Caleb. Guys, please let's go like and subscribe. Caleb. A big shout out to Miracle. A big shout out to Australia. Please let's go like and subscribe. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Cleo. A big shout out to Zoya. Hi Zoya. A big shout out to Chris. Hi. A big shout out to Laura. A big shout out to Giovanna. A big shout out to Chloe. A big shout out to Yuva. A big shout out to Cassidy. I have cancer. Oh, may the Lord heal you and perfect your body and take away every every cancer of your body. May you receive strength and healing. Amen. A big shout out to Ward. A big shout out to Daniela. A big shout out to Amera. A big shout out to Blanca. A big shout out to Jazzy Jeff. A big shout out to Nora. You're welcome. You're welcome. A big shout out to Alexa. A big shout out to Sophia Halisha. A big shout out to Fatty. A big shout out to Katrina. A big shout out to Isla. Shout out to Lexi. Guys, please let's go like and subscribe. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Melody. A big shout out to Hot Tom. Hi, Alice. A big shout out to Alice, darling. A big shout out to Teresa. A big shout out to Messi. Please, we are just giving a shout out. It's not yet time for question, please. Please, I beg you. Just put down your name. I don't mean to be rude, but I don't want to be distracted. A big shout out to Justin. A big shout out to Evis. A big shout out to Kiki. A big shout out to Aurora. A big shout out to Chloe. Shout out to Jimena. Thank you so much. Shout out to Kitty. Guys, let's go. Shout out to Jimmy. Guys, let's go like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Yeah, can we go like and subscribe? Just for 10 seconds. Yeah. Please, if you're just joining, you have not liked, you have not subscribed. Please, let's go like and subscribe. Thank you. A big shout out to Kaylee. A big shout out to Evis. Please let's like and subscribe. You look so beautiful. Thank you so much, my darling. Hi, Abom. Hope you're good. Long time. A big shout out to Nat Jad. Good morning to you. Is your hair good? As in, what do you mean by good? No, I'm not muted. I'm not muted at all. Nice hair. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Mimi. Shout out to Mima. Shout out to Aksincha. Guys, let's go like and subscribe. A big shout out to Stefan. I used to have pets. I used to have dogs. A big shout out to Tara. Girl, I haven't been here. Yeah, Habon, where have you been? Hope you are good. If you are fine, as long as you're fine and you are healthy, that's okay. A big shout out to Mad Max. Yeah, I'm good. I've been here. I used to be here every day. Every day. A big shout out to Analia. Shout out to Olivia. Shout out to Julian. Shout out to Violet. Shout out to Ataya. I miss you old time. You miss my old time. So what are the things you miss? Mm? What are the things you miss? Guys, you can drop your question. You can drop anything now. I can take it. I also miss your old life. Oh. Don't you like this one? Don't you like this new style? Tell me your reasons. I want to know. A big shout out to Savi. A big shout out to Cecilia. A big shout out to Daphne. A big shout out to Ronaldo. A big shout out to Williams, Alex, Adrian, Tara, Jake, Johnny. Do you have a have oh, do you have a daughter? Yes, I have a daughter. A big shout out to Kylie. A big shout out to Joanna. A big shout out to Essay. Okay. Okay, what are the more things I used to do? Album. What are the more things I used to do that I don't do now? Your daughter is so beautiful. Thank you so much, Lauren. Yes, it's the same time as well. Happy Sunday for me too. This is 0008. A big shout out to Ameya. A big shout out to Issa. Shout out to Lily. Guys, please let's like and sub. Thank you so much. Big shout to Seko. Big shout to Rose. Can I please see your daughter? She's sleeping. Yeah, she's sleeping. A big shout to Silas. A big shout to Amelia. Yeah, no worries. Helly, hi. Helly. Thank you so much. You're gorgeous too. Okay. You're very funny with that comment. A big shout out to Aria. A big shout out to Soul. A big shout out to Kiavani. A big shout out to Hapa. Shout out to Maria. That's fine, Laura. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Shout out to Maria. When is your birthday, Aria? Yeah, drop your name. I'll give you a shout out. A big shout out to Rico. Hi, Rico. I'm gonna sub. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you so much. Big shout out to Kylie. Big shout out to Lexiana. Thank you, Rico. Please, guys, let's go like and subscribe. Can we take the like to 220? Please, let's take the like up to 220.
You know that song? Nah, they only use the beat.
I don't know what you're talking about. A big shout out to Gemma. Happy birthday, Laura. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Han Maria.
You know that song?
A big shout out to Ima. Everyone like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Shout out to Olivia. Yeah, that's my husband. My name is Essay. You can call me Kiki if you wish. A big shout out to Claire.
I don't think it would talk like that.
A big shout out to Dakota.
To be wise, I think
A big shout out to Rachel. A big shout out to Isla. Hi, hi. A big shout out to Marilyn. Happy birthday. You can drop your name and say today's my birthday. Today is my son's birthday as well, and I think we sang for him, right? Yeah, we did this morning. A big shout out to Ruby. What's your name? Please write your name with today's my birthday so I can sing for you. I need your name and also put it in the front that today's my birthday so I'll know you are the one. A big shout out to Rosaline. Please, can we take the like up to 225, please? A big shout out to Miley. Can I be in a video? I don't know what you mean. A big shout out to Mark Canning. A big shout out to Clanning, Caden, and Niger. A big shout out to Maiden. A big shout out to Ruby. All right, Lauren, I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You see, guys, I stayed for a very long time, so I keep to my promise, and I know I tried, and I can go anytime from now. Hi, I just got here. Wow, where have you been? Bye, Laura. Thank you so much. My name is Ese, E-S-E, but you can call me Kiki if you wish because of my account name. Please like and subscribe. If you are just coming, please like and subscribe. Thank you. A big shout out to Andre. You're welcome. A big shout out to Terrell. A big shout out to Anne Marie. A big shout out to Soraya. A big shout to Gardel. Oh, thank you for subscribing, Unit. Thank you so much. Shout out to Bria. Shout out to Sky. Shout out to Nova. Yeah, I have a lot of friends here from the United States, but I don't know if they're online now. For me, I'm in the UK. A big shout out to Bella. A big shout out to Alisa. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Courtney. A big shout out to Yolanda. Guys, please let's go like and subscribe. Thank you. A big shout out to Aliyah. Shout out to Alisa. Shout out to Vian. Please let's go like and subscribe. Can we take the like up to 230, please? And also subscribe. Shout out to Belle. Shout out to Autumn. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm giving shout outs now. No, I can't play roadblock, so I'm giving shout outs. Maybe shout out to Camira. Yeah, I'm still here, my darling. I'm still here. That's me. I promised to be here. I'm still here. I'm keeping to my promise. A big shout out to Simon. A big shout out to Vari. I love your voice. Thank you so much. I will still do night stream, but you won't see my face at that time. You'll be hearing my voice. You are the best. Thank you so much, Marilo. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Yeah, don't forget to always comment on my videos. I just drop a video not quite long. Please go show your love by commenting and also liking. A big shout out to Ben. A big shout out to Dokami. Thank you, Carrie. A big shout out to Simon. Yes, I did Simon. A big shout out to Simon again. A shout out to Very. Please let's go like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Shout out to Layla. Guys, don't forget to tell your friends to come subscribe to this channel. As you can see, it's a lovely channel, you know. It's not bad. Oh. Shout out to Sian. Shout out to Mari. Shout out to Anna. Shout out to Johnny. Shout out to Ima. Shout out to Amelia. Shout out to Heaven. Shout out to Zenani. I'm sorry if I said it wrongly. Shout out to Annabelle. Shout out to Emma. Shout out to Mande Louisa. Shout out to Emilia. Shout out to Rosie for your lovely dog, Rosie. Please let's go like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Please let's go like and subscribe. Thank you for subscribing. What's the breed of your dog? What breed it is? A big shout out to Avery. A big shout out to Daisy. Golden Retriever. Okay. Nice. So cute. A big shout out to Nina. A big shout out to Tiana. She turned 4 the other day. Oh. She should be so pretty. You know, when they are, I love puppies. When they are still very young, dogs, they look more cuddling, cute. A big shout out to Olivia. A big shout out to Mali. Somebody say sorry, I'm really shy. We can't see you now. We can't see your face and you are shy. What about me? That I'm putting out my face here. And sometimes I just say jargons. Sometimes I don't know what I'm saying. I just talk. Don't be shy, okay? Nobody dies. mm. A big shout out to Kaylee. Please don't be shy. Put out your name. Or if you don't want to, you just say something else. I used to be shy as well, I won't lie. But I just have to start learning how to face the camera and talk to people, which I'm doing now. I'm still in my learning stage. And I'm just embracing myself and embracing the process like that. I know there will be some errors, but it's just the learning stage. It's one of those things. A big shout out to Julie's. You're pretty. Thank you so much, lovelies. A big shout out to Willow. Love your hair. Thank you so much, darling. I love your hair. Thank you so much, dear. Thank you. A big shout out to Zainab. Please let's take the like up. Let's take the like up to 240. And please let's subscribe. Oh, this is the best life I have ever seen. Oh, very. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Adrella. A big shout out to Tissin. A big shout out to Cheryl. Please let's go like and subscribe. You are so sweet and beautiful. Thank you so much. Reach out to Ima. Reach out to Elisa. Shout out to Yara. Shout out to Kenya. Shout out to Kalia. Shout out to Nova. Shout out to Anika. Shout out to Som. Shout out to Kenza. Shout out to Jade. Please, can we take the like up to 240 for me, please? Yeah, please subscribe. Thank you.
Finish work. What I think be care on this and yeah, I gbẹ you.
I love you, Annie. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Paka. Thank you so much. Please let's like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Big shout out to Kiana. I love you, Nova. Guys, let's go like and subscribe. Please, can we take the like up to 240? The like is just still stuck on 232. So I just need 8% to take the like up to 240 for me, please. A big shout out to Kim. Please, let's like and subscribe. A big shout out to Elisha. A big shout out to Tunix. A big shout out to Safari. A big shout out to Rosanna. Please let's like and subscribe. Please, can we take it to 240? I think we are left with four more likes, please. Body. A big shout out to Galen. A big shout out to Leave. Shout out to Cassie. Shout out to Hashane. Shout out to Jackie. Guys, I need one more person for the like to be 240. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Big shout out to Whitney. Big shout out to Jamie. Dawn, I liked. Thank you so much for subscribing. A big shout out to Mackenzie. Mackenzie, are you still awake? Thank you for subbing. Guys, please let's sub. Let's sub. Thank you. A big shout out to Jamie. Oh, Jamie. Thank you so much, guys. You guys are amazing. A big shout out to Balin. Thank you for the like. Thank you so much. I love your video. Thank you so much for loving my video. Shout out to Julia. Shout out to my Kyla. Shout out to Jamie. Shout out to Lily. You made it today, yeah. Shout out to Alana. Guys, let's go like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Shout out to Nova. Casanova. Shout out to Parker. Shout out to Alaya. Shout out to Shout out to Jasmine. Hi, darling. Shout out Ariane. Yeah. Shout out to you, Alacha. Shout out to Adi. Shout out to Autumn. Please let's like and subscribe. Thank you. Yeah, I got a shout out. Hooray! Shout out to Azaya. You're welcome, Autumn, anytime. Shout out to Kelly. Shout out to Lauren. Shout out to Skylar. Shout out to Crystal. Shout out to Kimberly. Love your hair. Thank you so much, darling. Shout out to Kaylee. Shout out to Canyon. Shout out to Lexi. Shout out to Ewa. Shout out to Ella. Shout out to Autumn. Shout out to Kata. Oh, thank you. Oh, my days. Thank you too. Thank you so much. Yeah, please don't forget to tell your friends to like and subscribe. Don't forget to watch my videos as well. They are pretty cute. Okay, that's how you can support. Yeah, thank you, Autumn. A big shout out to Sud. I am, thank you. No, I use my bonnet. When I'm sleeping, I put on my bonnet to sleep. A big shout out to Naya. I love your video. Oh, thank you so much, darling. Yeah, I'll put a comment on it. A big shout out to Sanix Q. Sanic Q. A big shout out to Kelly. May God bless you. May God bless you too, Jasmine. Yeah, may the Almighty God continue to bless you and guide you and protect you for me. I pray that, yeah, you'll be great in your time and you will never lack anything good. A big shout out to Hava. A big shout out to Autumn. Shout out to Damila. Yeah, I'm fine, guys. Thank you. Shout out to Hava. Shout out to Damilia. Please let's go like and subscribe. Can we take the like to 250 for me, please? Oh, I've done this one. A big shout out to Ezana. Shout out to Lucy. Shout out to Joe. Shout out to Bonnie. Shout out to Lillian. Guys, please let's go like and subscribe. Shout out to Valerie, sorry. Shout out to Valerie. Shout out to Gabby. Shout out to Myla. You have horses? How many horses do you have? A big shout out to Lucy. Big shout out to Hazel. Big shout out to Nazi. Big shout out to Tilda. Shout out to Nara. You're welcome. Shout out to Adi. You have 3 horses. Male or female? How many male? How many female? Yeah, I did say your name. A big shout out to. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Cash. A big shout out to Gonet. Please, guys, let's go like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Can I tell you their names? All right, go on. A big shout out to Natalia. A big shout out to Christian. A big shout out to Taliana. Shout out to Francisca. Yes, tell me the horse's name. Yeah, tell me their names. Thank you. Shout out to Francisca. Shout out to Damina. Shout out to Danny. Oh, hi, Ada Fred. Hope you're good. Shout out to Nova. Shout out to Haley. Shout out to Emilia. Emilia. Shout out to Nomi. Shout out to Jasmine. Shout out to Mara. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Shout out to Ariana. Shout out to Violet. Shout out to Kaden Foster. Shout out to Ethan. Okay, the horses name are Wheezy, P. Cantilda. Oh, pretty names. Those names are they are gorgeous. Wow. Wow, so pretty. That's nice. Guys, please let's like and subscribe. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Francisca and Ethan. A big shout out to Levy. I can't remember. The name is only for you, isn't it? Since the person is your crush. Yeah, that name is personally for you. Mm? Coily hair. Coily hair. Yeah. Be sure to Aria. Your birthday is on Monday. Oh. Happy birthday to you. Don't worry, I'll sing for you on Monday, okay? Guys, let's go like and subscribe. Just choose Israel or Palestine. None. I'm not choosing anything. I'm here doing shout outs. You're saying I should choose a country. Why? Why that game? Why that? Drop your name. Let me give you a shout out, please. What's Israel and Palestine situation? I don't know. They are fine. A big shout to Tatiana. Yeah, what did you get together? No, I don't. I used to have a pet. A big shout to Gia. Yeah, I used to have a pet dog. 2 dogs, German Shepherd. Very big. A male and a female. A big shout out to Nala. A big shout out to Shelby. Please, let's go like and subscribe. Thank you. Oh no, tomatoes is back. Why? I've been at peace. I've been at peace since. Now that you are back. This is another troublemaker. Why will you give yourself tomatoes? Okay, anyways. Let me just fulfill all righteousness. A big shout out to you, tomatoes. A big shout out to Lara. A big shout out to Kaylee. A big shout out to Johnny. Guys, please let's go like and subscribe. Thank you for tapping. Yeah, that's a great help, my darling. Mark Langston. A big shout out to Mark Langston. A big shout out to Eden. A big shout out to Genesis. A big shout out to Natalie. So drop your name. Do you know profile pictures? Yeah, I do. Do you like my profile pictures? Oh, your picture. Yeah, I have not checked it. Yeah, I'll have a look at the end of this live. Okay. A big shout out to Angel. A big shout out to Kira. A big shout out to Pipa. A big shout out to Kelly. Kelly Nadeu. Big shout out to Valentina. A big shout out to Ania. A big shout out to Easy. A big shout out to Hemi. A big shout out to Easy. Oh, Kelly, congratulations. That's a big one for you. A big shout out to Jada. Yeah, Kelly, congrats. A big shout out to Nadia. Guys, let's go like and subscribe. Can we take the like up to 260, please? A big shout out to Jada. Oh, Pipa, love ya. Thank you so much, my darling. I used to see your name. I do used to see your name. Thank you so much. Oh, you're really happy. Kelly, congratulations, my dear. A big shout out to Ima. Lovely names. Shout out to, please you write that again. Big shout out to Enforcing, your sister Pamela, Deborah. Shout out to you all. Big shout out to Joshua, Yuda. Shout out to Jada. Please let's go like and subscribe. Thank you. Shout out to Liz. Shout out to Joshua Yuda. Shout out to Linda. Shout out to Manny. Shout out to Jada. St. Louis. Guys, let's go like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Shout out to Erica. Maya. Shout out to Zed. Shout out to Haron. Shout out to Leslie. Shout out to Allison. Shout out to Sandra Corday. Shout out to Kenley. Shout out to Kamari. Shout out to Jada. Thank you for subscribing, dear. Please let's go like and subscribe. Shout out to Hazy. Shout out to Joel. Shout out to Big B. Shout out to Fire Jackson. Shout out to May. Shout out to C Maya. Kelly, I know you subscribe. Thank you, my darling. How old are your horses? Are they old or they are still young? Shout out to Alice Donova. Shout out to Wendy Davison. I live in the UK. Shout out to Flora Rosenborg. I live in the UK, Kelly. Kelly, I live in the UK. Shout out to Jaden. Oh, you live in the UK too. Oh, that's good. Maybe shout out to Nathan. In the Mia. Thank you for subbing, my darling. You're welcome back. Can we take the like up to 260? You always are. Thank you. What are you chewing? I'm chewing gum. I know I'm not chewing it right because I don't have chewing manners. I sometimes forget myself. You know, when you forget yourself, you just do it anyhow. But when you are conscious of yourself, you stylishly chew your mouth. But I won't lie, I don't even have chewing manners. No, 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 no. But nevertheless, we are humans. A big shout out to Tota. A big shout out to Ruth Wilkins. A big shout out to Halia. Guys, we just have 1 more minute to end the live. Thank you for this time. I thought I'll be the only one standing here. I think I'll be the only one here, but luckily I have good people here. Thanks for the company. Thanks for staying till this time. I'm thankful. I'm thankful. Thank you guys. I love you all. Thank you for the love and support you've been showing me. It's really massive. And I'm super, super lucky to have you all. So I'll always carry you all along. Yeah, always watch out for my videos. You know what I do on the live stream. I'm still giving a shout out on the live stream. But as time goes on, I'll be adding other things to it. I can play a game with someone on the live stream. Yeah, but till then, okay? Just keep supporting me. Don't leave me alone. So we'll get there. We'll get there. Sure. A big shout out to Alison Walker. A big shout out to Lee Brand Jane. A big shout out to Jada. LeBron James. A big shout out to Lily Smith Maya. A big shout out to Liz. A big shout out to Gabby. So guys, I need to go. Now so that I can do my night streaming, but you won't be seeing my face. You only hear my voice. So I'm just trying to wrap my hair. So you just hear my voice, you won't see my face. Thank you so much. So I'll be ending the live now. So good night, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching me from. Thanks for the support. I'll see you guys. It's night here now. It's night. This is 1:01 midnight. So, but I'll still do my night streaming. You will only hear my voice, but you won't see my face. That won't last for to be between 10 minutes and 30 minutes. Okay, you'll be back, all right, but you won't see my face. Oh yeah, but you'll hear my voice. Okay, so I'll go now. Thank you so much. Peace out. Bye. Love ya. Oh.